Namaste. Welcome to our Sunday evening program. We'll begin our meditation. We'll chant some mantras. These mantras are called moksha mantras, mantras for liberation. They're related to the loving aspect of the divine. Chanting mantras before meditation helps to create a nice positive mood, vibration in your body, mind, and in our sangha, in our gathering. Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Aim Saraswatiye Namaha.
Om Aim Saraswatiye Namaha.
Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Shri Ramaya Namaha.
Om Shri Ramaya Namaha.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo.
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo.
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo.
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ramo.
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya 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 Rama
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
You sit up straight, make the spine, neck and head in one vertical straight line. Relax the body. You can survey the body from your toes going up to your head, just like in Hatha Yoga, final relaxation. Systematically, you could scan the body from your toes going up to the head. Mentally, release the tension and stress and relax the body. Now you take a few deep breaths, full yogic breath. Inhale, full the abdomen, chest, shoulders. Exhale, relax your shoulders, chest, abdomen. Inhale deeply, abdomen, chest, shoulders. Exhale slowly and continuously, relaxing your shoulders, chest, abdomen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Take a few deep breaths like this. Keep your attention on the breathing. Now let the breath flow normally in and out. Observe that natural breath as it's flowing in and out. Now let go of the breathing, let it flow normally in and out. And consciously withdraw the mind from all thoughts and distractions and focus the mind at the point between the eyebrows. It's referred to as the third eye, Ajna Chakram. It is the seat of consciousness. Train your mind to rest at that point with the third eye. Every time you become aware that your mind has moved away, bring it back to this point of focus. In time with practice, as soon as you sit for meditation, naturally the mind will be withdrawn at that point, the third eye. And eventually you will start to become aware of a throbbing, pulsating sensation at that point. You'll become aware of the pulse. It's going on all the time, but we're not aware of it. When you sit for meditation, naturally, you want to withdraw the mind from all external thoughts and distractions. And keeping your mind on that pulsation, use it as a rhythm to repeat your mantra. I recommend that you use the rhythm to chant Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. With that rhythm, continue mentally to chant this mantra just like that, with the rhythm, keeping your attention on the pulsation at that point. Very quickly, you'll find your mind will become one-pointed, focused. And eventually, with practice, that will take you into a very deep state of relaxation, then eventually into meditation, then into the transcendental state. Transcendental means that you are transcending the limitations of body, senses, mind, intellect, and ego. To wake up into that fourth state that is called transcendental state, Turiya, Samadhi, Nirvana. So many names are used to try to give you an idea of that state that you will reach, where you experience that you are divine. You're not creating divinity. There's not a moment that you're not divine, but you become aware of it once you're able to withdraw the mind from the external pull of the senses and so on, and focusing the mind at the point between the eyebrows. You will naturally glide into that fourth state that is called Samadhi, Nirvana, and so on. So let's continue our meditation silently, observing these very basic guidelines that I've given you. Continue meditation with chanting. Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahi Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahi Mam.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Sharvana Bhava, Sharvana Bhava, Sharvana Bhava, Pahi Mam. Subramanya, 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 Raksha Mam.
Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Pahi Mam. Subramanya, 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 Raksha Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Raksha Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Raksha Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahi Mam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Raksha Mam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Raksha Mam.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Sham.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Satguru Sham.
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om.
Chid Guru Chid Gana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Chit Guru Chit Kanat Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Chit Guru Chit Gana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Chit Guru Chit Kana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Satgurunathaya.
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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah Om, Shivaya Namah, Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah Om, Shivaya Namah, Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah Om. Hara 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 Namah Shivaya.
Shiva 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 Shivaya Namah. Hara 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 Namah Shivaya.
Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Shivom Hara.
Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Shivom Hara.
Shiva Shiva Shankara, Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara, Namami Shankara.
Shiva Shiva Shankara, Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara, Namami Shankara.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Today I'll sing for you a bhajan. Bhajans are like hymns. Sometimes they are philosophical in nature. Sometimes they are in praise of the divine. This bhajan is more like a philosophical in nature. The saint, the yogi, is trying to wake you up to the understanding that you should always keep God in your mind. It doesn't cost you anything to think about the divine. The easiest way to do this is to have a mantra. Your mantra represents your ideal. Whoever you relate to as your divine, as your God, that is your ideal. It's called Ishta Devata. So, by keeping the mantra in your mind, mantra means that which protects the mind. If you have God in your mind, then there is no reason for the mind to be in a negative mode. So, By keeping your mantra in your mind, your God in your mind, you're protecting the mind from going into idle thoughts, negative thoughts. You're always experiencing blessing. God is with you. Whenever there is an opportunity for you to be in the association or company of wise people, take advantage of it. As you go on in your daily life, living with awareness, you come to understand that or appreciate how precious it is to be in the association of wise people. So take advantage of it. It's from them that you're going to learn how to do sadhana, asana, pranayama, meditation, and so on. So always chant the name of God. Keep God in your mind. So, this bhajan is composed in the raga Bhairavi. It's a raga that you can sing 24 hours a day, any time of the day. Some ragas are suitable mostly for morning. They're called morning ragas or evening ragas. This raga, Bhairavi, you could compose songs that you can sing 24 hours a day. First, I'm going to sing the scale of the raga, how it goes up, how it comes down, and that sort of sets the mood of the raga. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa.
Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa.
Sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa.
Sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa.
Sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa.
Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa.
भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद जप तप साधन कछु नहीं लागत कर छत नहीं घतरी भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि हे भैया राम गोविंद हरि भजो रे संतत संपत सुख के कारण जासो भूल परी बजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि बजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि बजो रे भैया राम गोविंद कहत कबीरा रे दिनो रे दिना तेरे तेरे नो तेरे 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 देनो कहत कबीरा राम ना जामुख कहत कबीरा राम ना जामुख तामुख धूल भरी तामुख धूल भरी बजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि बजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि बजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरि श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Nothing like the sunlight. Like the sunlight, like the moonlight, always, always I am with you. Like the ocean, like the river, always I am flowing to you.
Like the sunlight, like the moonlight, always, always I am with you. Like the ocean, like the river, always I am flowing to you.
Like the sunlight, like the moonlight, always, always I am with you. Like the ocean, like the river, always I am flowing to you.
Like the sunlight, like the moonlight, always, always I am with you. Like the ocean, like the river, always I am flowing to you.
Like the sky above, so is divine love, always, always surrounding you. like the earth so fair, like the birds in the air. Always I am caring for you.
Like the sky above, so is divine love. Always, always surrounding you. Like the earth so fair, like the birds in the air. Always I am caring for you.
Like the sky above, so is divine love. Always, always surrounding you. Like the earth so fair, like the birds in the air. Always I am caring for you.
Like the sky above, so is divine love. Always, always surrounding you. Like the earth so fair, like the birds in the air. Always I am caring for you.
Like the sunlight, like the moonlight. Always, always I am with you. Like the ocean, like the river. Always I am flowing to you.
Like the sunlight, like the moonlight. Always, always I am with you. Like the ocean, like the river. Always I am flowing to you.
Always I am surrounding you.
Always I am surrounding you.
Always I am caring for you.
Always I am caring for you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
How is everybody today? Just certain basic things, if we can keep in mind, reflect on. Who is God? What is God? Where is God? God is all the time with you. God is all the time flowing towards you. God is always surrounding you. Just something so basic, so simple. Without that very simple, basic understanding, you get involved in all kind of superstitious inquiry. Where is God? What is God? Who is God? Creates so much of problems in the minds of people, in the world, in society. Because something basic we don't understand. God is all the time with you. You cannot exist one moment without the divine. It's always flowing to you. Every breath you take is an expression or a reminder that you are sustained by God. God is all the time showering His blessings on you. What do you think the sunlight is? The sun. Showering. Without the sunlight, there is no life. Nothing can exist without it. The rain is falling. That is nectar. Can you think of any nectar more precious than the rain, the water that you drink, sustaining you all the time? Every breath, water. We think we can enhance the water, put something, this thing, that thing into it. It's okay. Please the senses. You can't exist without the air, without the sunlight, without water. All the time. God is all the time flowing towards you. All the time surrounding you. All the time caring for you. So, something so basic, teaching of yogic philosophy, Vedanta philosophy. The very first thing you're exposed to is that you are divine. I am divine. You are divine. Everything is divine. Every atom in creation is nothing but the divine. It's not that God is in everything. It's not that God is in the atom or outside the atom. Then there might be a place between the in and out where God might not be. So then that is suggesting that God is not omnipresent. Every religion, enlightened philosophy teaching tell you that God is absolute existence, absolute knowledge, absolute bliss. God is all the time, everywhere, but the truth is God is everything. Every atom in creation is nothing but the divine. So it means that you are divine. Not just the spirit, the soul, the Atman, but it's functioning through these bodies, astral body, causal body, but it's all divine. If you relate to this body as divine, or even the temple of the divine, you're going to respect it, treat it with reverence, isn't it? And something so basic, so simple, if you relate to this body as divine, the temple of the divine, temple of God, however you want to relate to it. It means that you're going to treat it with respect, with reverence, observe the laws of health. Every breath you take should express this gratitude. That's why the mantra, you have your mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, whatever your mantra is. And not some special time of the week or the year or the day that you put aside to worship God. Every moment you can rejoice in the understanding that I am sustained by this divine. I am this divine. I am divine. I am the spirit, the soul, the Atman. And what is divinity? It means perfection. You are perfect. You are divine. No limitations. It's eternal, immortal. But just for our mind to have some kind of concept or idea, we say that this divinity who I am is functioning through the astral body, the causal body, the physical body, and so on. And depending on the nature of these vehicles, the physical body, astral body, causal body, and so on. That is how this light of the divine is expressing outside. You are all the time in touch with this physical body. If it's not functioning properly, you're not observing the laws of health, and you're not cooperating with the intelligence in the body, then you say, I feel sick, I'm suffering from this, that, that. In fact, some people even identify with their sickness. I am diabetic, I am this, I am that. You're not all of that. You're not even this body. But you respect it, you have reverence for it, you observe the laws of health, you give it food to eat, it needs nourishment. Just like how you have your motor car, it needs some fuel for it to function, work, serve you. The same thing for this physical body to function. You need to observe certain rules and laws. You have to exercise the body. You say proper exercise. And that is how you keep all the organs and all the systems in the body functioning properly. Tone it up and so on. Keep it in good health. Proper breathing. You're breathing from the time you came out from your mother's womb. Breathing. But along the way, we pick up bad habits. You don't know how to breathe properly. You go to school. Teacher say, breathe deeply. And you think you're breathing deeply. You develop bad habit. You look at the child, you don't have to teach the child how to breathe properly. Naturally, they're breathing abdominally. Isn't it? Naturally. Now you come to learn yoga, we have to teach you now something so basic, how to breathe abdominally. Utilizing all the breathing mechanisms, the diaphragm, the intercostal muscles, and the lungs, and so on. Something that is so natural, you have to relearn it. Proper relaxation. Naturally, if you live a dynamic life, you live a useful life. You are always active. Relaxation will come naturally. But we abuse ourselves, abuse our mind and so on, and create so much problems. So the only way we think of relaxing is taking some substance. Alcohol, cigarette, smoking joints, snorting this and so on. We call it relaxation. Proper diet. You have a motor car, even the motor car you observe what kind of fuel you should put into it. You bought your car, it came with a manual, it tells you don't put leaded gasoline, don't put diesel in it, put non-leaded gas. And you make sure that you put the right kind of fuel in it, isn't it? How about your body? The most intricate machine, man, that is serving you. Most times people don't even know what kind of food to eat. When the baby is born, you don't ask that question. Naturally, the baby finds the mother's breast. The mother is so happy, blissful to give her milk that the divine has created for that baby. People with proper understanding and culture, they will feed the baby for months with their own breast milk. In fact, some culture will nurse the baby for years like that. So you learn about proper diet. People in their ignorance and confusion They think that you need meat to get protein. Now you're understanding that it's not like that. A plant-based diet will keep you in good health, keep this body functioning properly, and so on. Proper diet. Positive thinking and meditation is very important. Most times you only think about this body, what to put in the body. You hear about proper diet and you become obsessed. You read everything in the label that it says it has, very carefully. Whether it is wrong or bad. But we don't even think about the mind. What do you feed the mind with? The food that you're eating, it goes through just this opening here, the mouth. Isn't it? And even then, we don't even know what to do with the food when you put it in the mouth. Most times people just swallow it, not understanding that digestion takes place even from the mouth. You chew your food properly. Very important. You prepare it for the digestion in the stomach and so on. Positive thinking. This is how you are feeding your mind. Whatever goes into the mind through all these openings, your two ears, your two nose, your two eyes, everything that you're taking in through the senses, all your touch and so on, it's all inputting into the mind. How many people really think like that? What am I feeding my mind with? What am I looking at? What am I all the time hearing, listening to, smelling? As you continue to observe these basic things, man, you're reinstating back the intelligence in the body. My sense of smell has become so heightened. That's why in Satsang I advise people, don't wear perfume or smelly things or deodorant and this and that. Every little sniff affects me. That's why in the middle of my Satsang I'm coughing because of irritation. Is it good or bad? For me, it is okay. Because that's what I involve myself in all my life, to purify, to refine. This divine here do not need the incense and the this and smelly things. Not for me. It's okay for anybody who feel that this is how they adore the Lord. So be aware. What are you allowing to enter into your mind? So you say positive thinking, meditation. You're working all the instruments, senses, intellect, emotions are functioning all the time. How do you regenerate or recharge the mind? By practicing silence, withdrawal of the mind from all the things that are causing it to, pulling it outside. The senses are there, that's the nature of the senses. The dharma of the senses to pull the mind outside, man. Through all these senses of sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, and so on. So the mind is always in that state of activity. gets exhausted, tired, and you're not even aware of it. So to regenerate the mind, give it a time to regenerate. Meditation. And the practice of meditation is very simple. People may think it's very complicated. And you're fed with this meditation is better than that meditation and so on. And that's what occupies your mind and stress your mind more. Just practice silence. You see somebody bring a big gong here. Is that silence? You beat the gong and then you think, I'm meditating with sound. Silence. Every moment you get that you can practice silence, you'll find it so beneficial. It's a luxury. That's why in the ashram here we try to create a space where people can come and experience silence. And you don't need people to help you to practice silence. Nobody is going to silence your mind for you. Every time you have the opportunity to be by your own self, quietness, silence, it's very precious. When you come here, you enter, sit, withdraw your mind. I can't withdraw your mind for you. I might chant some mantras or bhajan or so on. Helps you to withdraw your mind and to experience some quietness of the mind, silence of the mind. It's been made so simple that you don't have to be an intellectual giant to practice silence. This science has been formulated by the great rishis and yogis for the benefit of all humanity. Whether you're a peasant, simple person working, or the intellectual giant who feel that I have to dissect everything in order to accept it. Just silence. So they gave you a mantra, use a sound, use a word. It doesn't have to be complicated. So simple. Oh. Then your mind starts to go into all kind of inquiry. What is home? Who is home? Where is home? And so on. There's a sound. Oh, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God, and the Word became manifest. In one lecture, I cannot go through all of this for you, but just know that God manifests as this universe as vibration. Which God? Who's God? That's the divine. Brahman is one without a second. Try to give it Brahman. You could call it that. That. That what? That divine. Manifests as this universe as vibration. That is one thing that is common in all of creation, every atom in creation. Vibration, all the time in this perpetual state of motion. From the tiniest atom to the mightiest galaxies, vibration. There's no Hindu vibration and Christian vibration and Muslim vibration. We try to express it in words, which is called the Vaikari state, the audible state, which is the grossest manifestation of vibration that you can hear with your ears. Some say, oh, Amen, Amen. They say Amen, they want to create another problem. How about the women? Ah, woman. And in the Om, they make it so complicated. Oh, you have to start with Ah, Om. Somebody said, no, not like that. And so on. Vibration. Om, Om, Aum, Om. So we have our yoga teachers training course starting again on Friday coming. It goes on for 2 weeks, covering 200 hours to satisfy the requirements of Yoga Alliance. Come here, it's a residential course. What I've tried to express to you in a few minutes, imagine for 2 weeks you'll be involved in the practice and the learning about yoga philosophy, yogic knowledge, which means trying to understand the laws that govern your very existence, the laws that govern this universe, and you in relationship to this universe. Now that you learn everything in 2 weeks, just like how you can't learn, how much can you learn in a few minutes listening to Yogi Hari? But in 2 weeks you get a good foundation. Answer most of these questions that arise in your mind. And even these basic questions people don't even ask. Who am I? What am I? Where did I come from? What's my purpose here as a human being? What happens after death? Even basic questions like this people don't care about, man. They don't want to ask it or think about it. But naturally, question like this by yourself, you withdraw your mind, it will arise in you. Why am I as a human being? What's my goal and purpose? And so on. So these are the things we explore in 2 weeks. Get a basic understanding. And you can continue to build on that, raising your consciousness on a higher and higher level, so that you can experience this divine on a higher and higher level. Until eventually you, when the mind becomes quiet, calm, peaceful, you come directly experiencing who am I, that you are divine. That state is called enlightenment. You're enlightened to the truth and fact that you are divine. Everything that you're doing to work on the mind, to bring it to that state, where you go into the transcendental state, we call it the yoga. It's like how naturally you want to sleep. You do so many things to fall asleep. When you fall asleep, you don't even know. And the conditions are ready. The same thing, samadhi, transcendental state, nirvana, different names, is a state that you will fall into, state of meditation, when the mind is able to withdraw from all the distractions. In That quiet state when there is no more vritti or thoughts in the mind, you are in awareness of who you really are, that you are divine. It's called enlightenment, enlightened to the truth of who am I, who are you. So here at the ashram, we practice and teach what is called Sampoorna Yoga. Sampoorna means complete, full. Why? Because you are complete, you are fullness itself. Functioning through a physical body, astral body, causal body, and so on. Exploring all of this to bring you to this understanding and this experience that you are divine. That is a state where delusions, illusions, and superstitions are shattered. And this is what life's supposed to be. Take you to that state where you are no longer tyrannized by delusion, illusion, superstition. Why? Because you know. I know who am I. That is ultimate goal and purpose, but this should happen all the time in your existence, because this life is very short. We think that we have so much years to live. In relationship to cosmic time, it's just a brief moment like that. Every second that is passing is taking you closer to the end of the existence of this body as you know it. Every moment brings you closer to death. We don't want to think about that. Yeah. But that's the reality, that's the truth. Whether you think about it or not, it's happening. And the truth is, you come alone and you're going to go alone also. It's terrifying for most people, but that is the ultimate truth, isn't it? No matter how much somebody say, I love you, I love you, I love you, and you're ready to go, they'll not say, can I come with you? And even if they say, oh, I love you so much, you still have to go alone, man. The only thing you go with is your karma, what you have created during the time when you are alive in this body. The basic things. Jesus, all religion that is enlightened religion tell you the same thing. Jesus said, whatever you sow, you shall reap. You cannot want to sow corn and reap wheat. This is the law of karma. So we practice Hatha Yoga, which is a science for proper health, which involves proper breathing, relaxation, diet, and all of that. And Raja Yoga is a study of the mind and learn how to gain control of it. Instead of you being a puppet of the mind all the time, Raja Yoga. Karma Yoga, you're active all the time, whether you're waking, dreaming, sleeping, activity is taking place. How do I live my life in such a way that it continue to elevate me? Building up good karma, so you can reap good. Karma Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, devotion and love. You are an emotional being. How do I transform my emotions into devotion for something higher? People have devotion for all kind of nonsense that degrade them. Devotion for the divine. You want to call it your very own self, or you want to call it whoever you feel is God. Bhakti Yoga. Gyan Yoga, you should know why you're doing this and that and that. Why am I existing as a human being? What happens after death and so on. You must know. self-knowledge. Who am I? What am I? I added on to this Sampoorna Yoga called Nada Yoga, divine vibration, because you are influenced immediately by sound vibration. Expose yourself to the vibration that will raise your consciousness to connect with the source. Call it Nada Yoga. I lived with my guru, one of the greatest Nada yogi. Studied with him for 15 years until he passed away. Nada Yoga. You'll find as you continue in your quest, your search, and your seeking, you'll find that if you integrate these 6 main systems of yoga intelligently, it will help to accelerate this process to bring you to the state of enlightenment. Of some prayers for your good health, peace, and continued progress on the spiritual path. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukaviva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavit Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Thou art Satchidananda. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, anger, greed, hatred, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Bolo Satguru Shivananda Maharaj ki Jai. All devotees ki Jai. Thank you all for being with us in Satsanga. Satsanga, Sat means truth, Sangha means to associate, association with people who want to know the truth about who am I. Om Shanti.